That big and heavy and made of metal? It's gotta be wizard shit.
They never actually take off. You just drive across the ground and they show pictures through the windows.
that sounds legit to me.
Works perfectly fine.
3D pictures of me looking out at the ground.
Exactly.
Sure, they don't.
Hollywood's come a long way. I mean, they made a moon landing.
Pretty high tech. It's great.
Oh god, now Fletch is gonna get punched by Buzz Aldrin.
You guys missed the obvious joke.
So Kat chose ultimately to sit in the back seat
The
of
back seat, yeah. Out of immediate arm's reach, I assume.
You see, being creeped out is less dangerous than actually dying horribly in a car crash.
Fletch will actually reach back and hand her the kitten.
Look at the kitten. Can I just leave it in my hand? My gigantic hand.
Come on, Trichosaurus Rex.
Pretty small.
Man, you got like giant man hands over there.
How many Lana jokes can we make here?
God damn it.
A lot?
Yes.
All of them?
Look, she is riot shield waifu, okay? You can't joke about it too much.
But she lost her riot shield.
I can still bring the ammo.
That's what the quest is. To get it back.
So wait. This is all
I feel like my quest for Cross is a bit more legitimate than that.
Wait. So this game is
murdering.
Go ahead.
All shields must be looted.
Yes, all shields must be looted. So anyways, Trusty Tony's going to drive very quickly.
Sure. About as quickly as he can muster. Thankfully, since it's on the outskirts of town, it's a bit of a quicker trip than trying to drive into the city of Romero itself. There's still quite a lot of traffic, people trying to escape, people, evacuate. But this really wasn't like a major evacuation point for like other major metropolitan areas. It was just for the rural area of like Summer Meadow and basically the surrounding environs of the county. So it's not that big of a deal traffic-wise.
I will suggest to the entire group, between Eugene's metalworking and Tony's mechanic skill, we should definitely be looking to put some bush guards or something on these vehicles.
Sure. We just need to stop back at my house before we truly leave.
What did you forget at your house?
The mechanics tools, unless we actually brought that. Unless we retcon that we brought that.
You can retcon it, I don't care. Maybe he just wants to go back anyway. I didn't bring all my suits.
Maybe I want to go back home and sleep in my house for once.
For once? Where does he normally sleep?
Yeah, he's got plenty of bedrooms, 2-story house. Bedroom for everyone.
Anyways, let's get to Potman's place.
Sure.
So Tony, what does Colette drive?
What does Colette drive? A 1988 Chevrolet Cavalier.
Not purchased from Trusty Tony.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's from Moody's. Bought for her by her parents.
And you let her continue working there? She's a traitor. I'll take her off your
At
hands.
least her car worked.
You don't understand how many people come in just because of her?
Tony actually allowed it just because it allowed her to get to work reliably.
Yes.
Like, this is an important concession to make. Yeah. Alright,
I'm patting that cat.
Uh-oh.
Oh god, Kitty has caps lock.
That's right. Well, it ends up being extra emphasis.
Meow!
Sure.
Yes. Ends up being close to 9 p.m. by the time you folks end up worming your way around Romero and arriving at the glorious sanctuary that is Potman's dilapidated hobo redneck.
It's a pile of sticks in a forest of weed, isn't it?
Yes.
Hey.
But somehow it looks better
It has
than Trusty Tony's.
plumbing and power.
Yeah. The cabin, as well as the weed forest around it, actually doesn't look that bad. Like, no one's come raided it, no one's fucked it up in all the time he's been gone.
Which
looks fairly decent quality.
Which edge of town is it on?
We'll say north.
Okay. So it's not towards the infection zone.
No.
Well, let's see here. How paranoid is Potman? Is he paranoid enough to lock the door, or is he so paranoid that he wouldn't lock the door, thinking that people would think it's locked
would
and not even
expect-
try it?
But what if he knew that you would know that
That's
he would
not
know
his
that you
style
knew?
of paranoia.
I'm going to check under the welcome mat, because Potman obviously has a welcome mat.
Underneath the
That
welcome
said,
mat,
he
the
is
fragmentation.
paranoid enough that the thing that looks like the front door is probably just a well-decorated segment of wall.
It's just a door nailed to the wall.
Right. And Trusty Tony's like gonna look one of them and just explain to the guys, "No, don't believe it's not a door."
No.
How sturdy does this wall look?
Cat could fucking put a shoulder to it. And...
Did I just punch my way through the wall?
No, not punch.
She
but,
will huff and puff and blow the shack down.
You know, Cat shouldered the battering ram.
Yeah.
Now, if only you had like a shield or something to really
I
direct
know,
the
right?
force of the blow.
So I'm just going to
It's
try
not
a window first
confused.
and foremost.
Sure.
Is there a window open?
Probably not a window open. There's
I mean,
a
is it
window.
unlocked? Because would you actually have locks on your windows?
I don't know. Potman's pretty paranoid.
Just little deadbolts on every window.
Yeah.
Well, I
Deadbolts
think
on
you know
every
what you're
window.
gonna have to do, Tony.
It's not like it matters. Eugene's probably not coming back here anymore anyway. It's not a big deal.
Okay, I'm going to need your baseball bat.
The windows have shutters on them that are locked shut.
Yeah.
Are they metal shutters or are they just wood?
Oh, pretty much everything there is wood, like banded with like sheet metal and stuff. Because remember, Potman's way into metalworking.
And
There
this
are all
is why
sorts
it was
of
the,
rusted, shitty sculptures in the front too.
that's why it was the first thing on my list, and Grimith knows I absolutely love them. Crowbar.
So
Oh
we're
yeah,
gonna-
you'll be needing that here.
They do D6 damage.
There's no need for rolling. Eventually, Potman's grandiose security system can be bypassed.
Brute forced open.
Uh-huh.
Especially with big mammoth
It's a type
hands
of
over there.
bypassing.
As darkness settles, and the night rules the land.
Great.
You can make your way into Potman's wondrous, shitty metal, crafting, house.
So where do you want us to get again? I can't seem
And,
to remember.
He pretty much just said weed. A lot of weed.
And you can pick up 2,500 and liquidated or liquefiable resources.
Just gotta find people who will trade in weed.
Oh, people will. You'd be
And
surprised.
I think he also wanted his tools.
Yeah, where does he keep those?
You can also keep the you can also take the craft metalworking toolkit.
He
Right.
keeps them over in the West Wing.
Keeps them underneath the other welcome mat that's inside under his bed.
You
They're-
got so
They're
much.
probably
weight in the
under a
asses.
lean-to next to all of his crappy sculptures. Anyway, I'm actually out now.
Hi, Aaron.
See, Aaron.
As
But yeah.
Tony approaches the lean-to, it collapses.
The wind
Wind.
did it. The lean-to is actually called the Annex. He spray painted that on top of it.
Did he spell it correctly, though?
What do you
I
think?
think he used
No.
a 3 for the E.
Okay, so it's art instead of actual spelling.
Anthrax?
3x. 3x. And 3x.
Anthrax. Anthrax. Yeah, this doesn't sound ominous at all.
Load in the back of the SUV with everything else.
Hope this SUV has good suspension.
Tony
Putting
takes. Tony
you're
actually.
putting a lot of weight in the asses of these vehicles.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
good. It's good for the muscle car, though. It means it goes faster.
Ramp.
Excuse me.
Well, it means
Just
it
means when
means
you
it
try to
means it-
floor it over those dozen bodies, it's just going to break the axle.
probably, but Trusty Tony's taking care of these things. He's finally tuned them. I'm using air quotes. Finally tuned
Finally tuned them.
them to
As
the,
in made sure they didn't fall
Meaning,
apart.
meaning he drank some beers in the garage and looked at it for a while.
No, he actually drank some beers and then looked at it and then actually did something about it.
So he made them worse.
No,
He took a blowtorch to the coils.
you guys
Well,
don't. You guys don't know how good of mechanics Tony is. He's actually pretty good.
We honestly don't.
You guys
Neither
can
of us
think.
have seen you do anything with it.
Yeah, because I've never had a chance to do something with it. I've tried.
We're faster in the first session.
So I'm not too convinced I want to stay out here in the open at night.
Okay, so where are we going now? Team?
You said you wanted to go back to your place and sleep in a bed.
Well, we can go there, I guess. That seems like a good spot.
It's at least somewhere we know is lockable, for the most part.
Except for the front door, which we can...
Just nail it shut or something.
I guess so. So
I guess
think
I'm going to be moving some of your furniture. Your vintage furniture, right?
Hey, the furniture in the house is actually not the vintage 70s furniture. That's actually somewhat modern. The vintage
so
70s...
it's vintage 80s furniture.
Early 90s.
Late 80s.
Does it really matter?
Let me just say, the Soviet Union was still a country when I bought them.
I can get behind that.
Did you buy them from the Soviet Union?
I don't know. Is the word Kalashnikov written on any of them?
We got a Kalashnikov.
Are you implying that the AK manufacturer has stooped to building furniture for middle class America?
I don't know, man. Shoot, Soviet Union collapsed. People had to do stuff to get by.
Obviously got that mark on it, but it's obviously the wrong mark, and someone's just trying to market it to Tony.
It's a different Kalashnikov.
Either way, let's just get back to my house. Let's just get back to my place. I have extra rooms, so no one has to sleep together unless they want to. I'm not making any suggestions.
Well, I do think before, like, if anything's still open, we should try to stock up on non-perishable foods and stuff and grab some water containers.
We can stop at the 7-Eleven.
Oh god, the 7-Eleven.
Dude, that place already inflates their prices. We can't afford to eat from the 7-Eleven.
Well...
Unless you're saying we just rob the place.
We could.
We could probably just rob the place, honestly.
You have a kitten, we could trade that for something.
Fuck you, this is my cat.
What's its name?
Cat?
Oh god
Okay,
damn.
you have... That's some real Freudian shit over there.
What else do you name it?
That's some real Freudian shit going on over there. I'm glad I'm over here.
Spook, okay?
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Look at that creepy little face.
Creepy, that's cute.
Waiting to pop out at you.
Okay.
It doesn't have any bites on it. That's a good sign.
For now.
Constantly checking the cat.
Constantly. As if in the last 5 seconds since you last checked it was bitten.
Exactly.
This is the base of evil. Look at it.
You don't look like me. How can you be called Cat?
Exactly. What are you thinking, cat?
I mean, when you call it
Talking to yourself again?
That's deep, man.
No.
having a voice inside your head.
Just like holding it up in one of your giant hands, just like staring at it eye to eye. Like, what are you thinking?
Anyways, if you want to stop at some place to get
patient zero.
You want to stop at a sporting goods store? I think we have one of those.
I think we should hit up as many as we can before they.
We could also hit up that hunting lodge, maybe. But that's fine.
See if we can buy food with weed.
Okay.
Good.
So you want to go? You want to go to a place to buy food with weed? Okay.
I'm just saying that's our only.
We have $10.
That's our.
Wait, no, we don't.
No,
spend
we
it
don't.
for a hose.
Yeah, 2,500 in liquefiable resources.
We, at least based on the very rudimentary list I made, we still need food, water, preferably large water containers,
Okay,
and
well.
water purifier.
Did we keep those metal ones that we picked up back in the woods?
Sure, you still have those 12 1-liter water containers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need those things. Take that, strike that off the list.
Do you think 12 liters is going to be enough?
I don't have survival.
I'm talking we probably need like 2 20-gallon jugs or something.
20-gallon jugs, you say?
Whatever,
I don't think
5-gallon.
I was about to say 20-gallon jugs are really fucking big.
Just get some large, like 5 or 10-gallon gas containers and fill them up with water.
Well, then we can...
So,
So you want to go to where now? I don't know what you want.
Generic store that would have all these items.
Yes, you guys are just basically got to spend, however long it takes during the night trying to acquire these items.
to the other Walmart.
To the Walmart on the other side of town.
Yes, because the city of Romero at 10,000 people is big enough to support 2 Walmarts.
Well,
now.
one side has the super Walmart, and the other one has the community Walmart with all the local stuff.
You have IGA, yeah.
Hey,
The Aldi.
The Aldi.
I don't even think Audi was a thing in '99.
Save a lot.
Okay.
Go to the other big box store.
Whatever version
Goddamn
of
Costco.
Yes.
let's see. Winn-Dixie, I think, still existed at times. Whatever northern
But
version
Dixie
of
still
Winn-Dixie.
exists.
Not here, it doesn't.
I have no idea what you guys are talking
Murray's,
about.
yes, Murray's or some shit.
Well, Piggly Wiggly.
I know what that is.
Piggly
Yeah,
Wiggly might exist up
Winn-Dixie is
there.
basically the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever, we're going to one of those places, and we're going to
Yes.
spend the night, or however long it takes to acquire food, water, and other things with only weed.
We're going to slip cat necessities in there.
But basically, it's going to end up being you trade for something else that it allows you to basically trade for the thing that you want.
So
we
we're
each
trading
put
up.
on hoodies and stand outside the store, so we
I
sell
have
the
I
feed.
have a question to make. Can I roll haggling to try to barter better?
You can certainly roll haggling to attempt to barter better. This would end up being an overarching one. I will say, however, that Trusty Tony's reputation precedes him.
He's so
So I'm
trusty.
I'm trusty.
Just mention that it's from Potman, and you'll probably get a bonus. Because everyone...
Potman's reputation also precedes him.
So-
So in order to move these prices in any meaningful way, it's going to be 3 successes.
Damn it, why don't we know any reputable people?
Well, okay. I'm rolling with willpower because I'm not lying here. So I still have charisma, so that's helping me out.
Yeah, you still have your charisma.
Ah, 2 successes.
assume the Potman name would actually help, because it's weed.
Let's see here.
Yeah, it's quality stuff we're trading.
Let's see here. I guess I can just instead of having you do multiple successes, I can end up doing a resisted task test as well. Go generic guy who ends up having generic sort of skills in this, who has lived his entire life.
Generic McGenerison?
Generic storekeeper man. Go!
Even
Alright.
He's a career cashier.
Now here's where I'm about to fucking fuck you with mathematics.
Damn
All
it.
that shit is doubled or quadrupled as needed be. You get 10% off of that number.
Shh, what the?
Hey, it's
Per-
still
per-
Wait, it's
Yeah,
actually not that hard math.
Yeah,
it's still savings.
Per the haggling skill, each level of success, you got 10% off that.
I mean,
Okay.
come on, it's money saved or weed
Well,
saved.
then if you want to do this for me, Ryan, do the math.
Yeah.
Well, how
Group
much are we
effort.
spending?
However much you want to spend on survival rations and water purifiers.
How many days do we figure we need for food, and multiply that by 4?
Survival rations, I thought when Grimith was talking about you needed 3 a day to survive.
Right, that's what I'm saying. How many
that fits your comfortable meals? Yes.
how many days worth of food do we want each?
Since we're central,
2 weeks.
2 weeks would probably be a good thing.
So we need 2 weeks for 4 people.
So
that should be
4. So
168.
okay, times
I
that
think
by
so.
20. Then times that by 20. Then take off 10% from that.
By
Oh.
20.
Yeah, $20 because each survival ration is
Oh.
going to cost $10 times 2, 20, and then we take 10% off that.
3,360.
How much?
3,360.
Excuse me?
That double cost, man.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just get a week of rations then,
So that would be 1680 minus 10%.
which is 106, which is be 160, 168.
Yeah, it would be 1512 would be the total.
So we're spending over. We're spending.
And that's just food.
Hey.
That doesn't include water, which is honestly the more important of the two.
But you
Okay.
still got running water at your house, don't you? So, I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
All you need is a water purifier or a weight of or a pot.
I mean, yeah, you have a stove there. You don't even have to use the water purifier.
Yes.
keep the water
Right.
purifier.
It was-
Yeah.
It was more of a for future requirement.
Well, you can
type thing.
take one of my pots, Put it over a fire and boil the water.
Say,
Even I know that.
if you,
Are you sure you know that? Or
Yes.
just parroting what Eugene told us in the forest?
if you want to buy a 20-gallon drum of water, basically, that we'll say that would cost $200.
What type of place is this?
Ye old shop.
The oldie.
How secure do these people look?
It's
You're
not
going
a price
to-
club or a costume.
I'm considering.
You're welcome to attempt to try any sort of intimidation if you think you can get away with it.
Tony's still trying to
Just
haggle,
weigh
even
the
after he's
options.
Tony is still haggling. Even it's not working.
Fletch, I can just see you trying to intimidate someone with the rifle while the cat's on your shoulder. The kitten.
The kitten has to be like holding on with just his head peeking up over the shoulder, though.
So you need a cat holster.
Yes.
We can make this happen. Maybe.
Have Eugene forge one out of metal so it can't be bitten through.
A metal kitten holder.
Yes. Lined with only the softest of cottons and strings.
You wear it on your back.
Meow.
It's like that one game several years ago where there's like a little kid that's like strapped to your back while you're doing all sorts of athletic shit
The kid.
What?
in a post-apocalyptic environment. I don't know the name of the game.
I don't.
What?
This is. But
Nah. It wouldn't be like Metro, because when that Metro segment, that was horrible.
It wasn't Metro.
Yeah, no, there was one that actually did it for like acrobatics and shit.
It
So how
sounds sort of-
secure does this place look?
do you want a shotgun to your face?
If you're going to attempt to steal something, you're going to have to make an intimidation check.
Well, I'm still trying to gauge whether this place looks...
I would have to invent shit for you off the top of my head. All sorts of places have all sorts of things. Like, you're asking for specifics on a world where specifics don't exist.
This is a B-rated movie, so
Especially at night, it'd be a miracle you even get something like this at all. I'd say fairly secure, with
The
not
guy's
firepower equatable to yours, but they would certainly try to hold their own.
yes,
You
this
guys
is a B.
probably
This is a
can't
B
find-
movie. Remember, they'll pull a gun on you, and it'll be a Mexican standoff.
I already quit caring.
Until the kitten jumps at their face.
And then it'll be a B-rated horror comedy.
You see, this is why I try not to give Ryan answers, because I know he'll quit caring.
You didn't give an answer. That's
Exactly.
the problem.
So just try
just
it already.
move
What's the
on.
worst that could happen? Do it.
Well, basically, what I'm asking is, are they wearing SWAT armor, or do they look like a typical store clerk? Like, it's not that
Well,
difficult.
Neither.
They look like a survivor store.
You don't have store clerks in this situation. You're bartering and haggling with people to acquire goods and services. Really, just goods at this point.
You're haggling with people on the street.
Oh, because we were told it was a store.
We're getting stuff to go to a store.
Right, you were guys who ended up like making jokes about the whole store thing, but that's how haggling is taken into effect. Because
Right.
if you guys were using an actual store, haggling wouldn't come into play.
Why not? Walmart jacked up their prices.
I'm not gonna be able to haggle with the old people there.
You can't haggle with Walmart. You just get
Walmart
fucked.
trader.
Like the whole sort of store thing's been like there's been people who's like stolen shit you would imagine are now like selling and trading that themselves, from abandoned houses and things.
Some guy just sitting on a pile of survival rations.
Yeah,
like
we
a-
can at least afford the 1512, I think it was. 1512,
15.
which would be a week's worth of food for each of us.
Yes, and that's
And then
us.
we could just buy water containers.
We could just buy a bunch of Aquafina.
Yeah, containers for water. It's pretty fucking. That's not even like a price associated with that. It's just like
Right. The other thing is, we need large containers for gas.
So you want us to go get jerry cans?
You basically wouldn't even need to like buy those. You can just spend time like trying to find like abandoned houses and looking for suitable
Right,
containers.
but yeah, I'm just basically saying like, because we can't always assume we're going to have gas available when our E-light comes on.
Of course not.
So we're also spending part of the late night raiding houses.
Or we can do it in the
Yeah.
morning.
Trying to find abandoned cars that you can use to siphon gas out of.
Sure.
I mean, we don't got to do it all tonight. It's just things we got to consider before we leave.
Well, we should probably do it tonight while the chaos still hasn't burst.
Right.
Before, wide-scale looting and the
Well,
whole
there's
thing
still
and zombies.
a semblance of order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, entrepreneurs like yourselves are trying to make a profit because, they will build their empires on money and weed.
Well, we didn't really build an
Honestly, I
empire. We
believe
built and we filled 2 cars to the brim.
With weed.
Oh,
And-
so you've completely, overweighted the cars, then.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
There may or
Yeah.
may not be a statue built of weed on top of the SUV. Of course, it's in Granny's likeness.
It's how you show back up at Granny's place with a statue of her made of weed.
Oh, my goodness.
Use it as tribute.
okay.
Nobody will fuck with us if they.
So
see
do we
Granny on
find?
top.
So how many? So do we find some jerry cans and do we fill them with gasoline tonight? That's all I'm asking.
You can fill 4 5-gallon gasoline containers with gas.
It's pretty decent.
Cool. And some slightly ill-gotten gas.
I thought all of it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a lot of time. I mean, it ends up being 1 in the morning. Quite a few cars that have for whatever reason appeared to have been abandoned, houses in general, they've already been ransacked.
I'd
Other
like to-
people were like, "This is the chance."
I'd like to think some of them weren't abandoned and people were going to try to make for it in the morning and find out they're now out of gas.
That might also be the case.
Sweet.
Did we steal from your trusty neighbor?
If
You're
you, so
gone.
if you stole
He's
from
gone.
Buford, I will end you.
Buford is gone.
Hey, Buford's gone. I could raid his house.
Yeah. For what?
I don't know.
His medication? I'm gonna tell you right
Yes.
now. I'm gonna tell you
Trusty
right,
Hey, that
Tony's
could be
mail.
traded.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yep. Trusty Tony's mail, all of it's there.
Yes, all my bills and
I'll find all
Other
your
men-
personal-
Pizza coupons and
pizza coupons, my subscription to.
So now I'm definitely paying for
FHM.
those subscriptions.
Big bus tycoon.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, the true secret he's trying to hide. He's subscribed to all the 17 in Cosmo.
That would mean he really has to end you. You found out my secret.
You know too much.
He actually reads Cosmo for articles.
Trying to get in touch with his sensitive side. You've ruined everything.
More like he reads them, so he's like, so this is how I could smooth talk a woman.
Then it fails
Cha-ching.
miserably
Like
because
most of his smooth talking skill, he actually does his best work on ladies, and it's because he reads all the lady mags, so he knows what buttons to push when they're coming in to buy a car.
They don't know anything about cars, right? You just tell them stuff. And
You would be
hopefully-
surprised.
That's right. This is 1999.
Yeah, we haven't turned into the new millennium yet.
Yeah.
Women don't
Anyway.
have power. They can't vote, right?
Yes, Fletch. Women can't vote.
Sweet.
He's gonna place one.
Glad
giant
I'm up on
hamlet
current
jolt.
affairs.
Yeah. Okay. So at 1 a.m., I'm assuming we're done raiding houses. We're just gonna slide back into Tony's garage, close that, barricade up the front door,
Yes.
And the windows.
Yes.
and then sleep on his musty beds.
Knowing Buford is gone, I am very tempted to go and kind of break in through the back.
Front door was left open. He said, "Fuck it."
Well, then it's really not breaking and entering. I'm just going to go and see if everything's okay.
It's just entering then.
Yeah,
Trespassing.
Yeah.
criminal trespassing.
Yeah. Certainly the lights function. You can make a 1d10 plus perception -2 roll for me. 7.
So notice -2 or just perception?
Perception -2.
What is my perception? 2.
Just a straight up 1d10 roll.
Nope.
Buford looks like he had the time and he was patient enough. He knew what he was doing. He picked through this pretty thoroughly for everything that he could possibly think would be of use. You've got a lot of mail left open. You've got subscriptions to AARP, a lot of magazines from that.
As
Men's
far as
Health.
the mail goes, they actually quickly go through it, bending them all to see if any of them have credit cards in them.
Does not appear to be the case. No, just a lot of things like the Humane Society, AARP, bills,
old people mail.
Yep. And then Trusty Tony's is a mountain of
hate mail.
Yeah. And you got some basic painkillers you didn't bring: Tylenol, Advil, Benadryl.
May as well take them.
Too exciting. I mean, there's this furniture, but it's not like you can really haul that out.
It's basic thing.
That's
not the good
that's
stuff.
a challenge now. We're taking all the furniture. Come on. Wait, why would he take his furniture and not
It
mine?
look like the Beverly Hillbillies driving with all this furniture on top of
why
their car.
take his furniture and not your furniture?
Well, clearly Buford's is nicer.
It has that old people smell to it, though.
You're
This
right,
one
I
has
should probably
Tony
burn
smell.
it. You're right, we should burn both of them. No, I just basically walk through, grab the little things like Tylenol, whatever, handy crap, and head back.
Let's see if the cable still works.
I mean, unless you want like an assortment of like an entire like drawer full of like silverware. Yeah, I'll take that. You know,
Is it actual silverware, or is this just flatware?
stainless steel.
Fuck that.
Like,
You built
all
up my
right.
hopes for nothing.
Tupperware plastic containers. Yeah, there you go. But
Can't
you know,
call that
this-
fine china.
pack of paper plates. Never know when I'll need a frisbee.
Fine, F-Y-N-E China. Anyhow.
Made in Taiwan.
Hmm.
That's right, folks. I went there. Contemporary.
Oh,
Contemporary.
the Republic of China.